I have created the #1 BP50 setup in Vanguard. There is no better setup for this weapon. This thing is a consistent 2 to 3 shot kill with literally no recoil and a ton of mobility. You need to try this setup. It King shreds. Here's the sexy setup I got the V2 rocket with, and just in case you guys are curious of that secondary, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to give you the most insane class setup in this game. This thing is so fun to use. It reminds me of the BP50 from Advanced Warfare, even though, you know, it is like the BP2000 or B2000 from Modern Warfare 2. This thing reminds me of the BP27. Okay, with all that said, for the muzzle, you guys want to run the recoil booster just so you can kill the enemy 6.3% quicker. If you do want to run a suppressor on the weapon, I recommend to run the Mercury or the MX. I would just try them both out and use the one that you do better with. Preferably for me, I'm usually going to run that Mercury, but I do like that recoil boost like overall. And then for the barrel, to add some recoil control. So this one doesn't seem like the best barrel. This setup actually doesn't look that good on paper, but trust me, once you go into a game, this thing is game changing. Like, it is so broken. So when you add this barrel, it's going to add a lot of recoil control. This is what's going to eliminate all the recoil, making this thing beam at any range. Although we are losing a lot of our mobility, you shouldn't really notice that though. In the gameplay, you guys will see me jumping around the map doing everything. We are also losing fire rate, which is something I really don't like. And so at first I didn't think the setup was going to be good, but trust me, tried out the rapid in the court, and I just think this is the best setup if you're going to be running the damage rounds. And so with that said, for the magazine, we're going to be running the 7.62 x 54 mmR 30 round mag. This is just going to increase that damage to 41, giving you that consistent 3-shot kill. And then if you are running the incendiary rounds and you hit the enemies in the head, that is going to give you a 2-shot kill, although it's not going to be super consistent. But this is also going to increase that bullet velocity to 1,000 meters per second, making this thing feel like hit scan. We're going to get more damage range, making this a very good weapon to use at range. We are losing recoil control and movement speed, and so that's why we got the recoil control barrel on here to compensate for what we are losing with this magazine. We only got 30 rounds, which is annoying. That's probably one of the, well, there's two big cons of this class, and that's going to be the sprint and fire speed and the ammo count. But as long as you know, actually it shouldn't really matter. You guys will see it doesn't hinder me that much. And then for the stock, you know, we are going to be running the skeletal stock. This is what's going to hurt the sprint and fire speed a lot, making the weapon not super good for rushing, but it's still very good for rushing. You are going to be strafing around the map very quickly, making yourself a harder target to hit, and you'll get that rotational aim assist. Plus with the skeletal, we're going to get some initial recoil control, which is the most important recoil to have. You want to make sure your first shots are on point. For the proficiency, I actually forgot what we were running in the gameplay, but you want to stick between the sleight of hand, the fleet, the brace. Tight grip doesn't really matter because you're not going to be really sustaining fire, and this thing doesn't have that much recoil when you do sustain fire. And then the frenzy is a very good one to use. With that said, I think we're running the sleight of hand just so we can reload a little bit quicker because this thing only has 30 rounds. Next up, for the kit, I recommend you guys to run the fully loaded or the on hand. On hand makes it so you can pull out your weapon a little bit quicker after using your equipment. The fully loaded just gives you extra ammo. Next up, for the rear grip, for a while when I was testing out this class and really using to make sure it's a good one, I was running the stipple grip tape just because it gives you a lot of initial recoil, making it a little bit easier to kill those enemies off headies at like medium and long range. But then I wanted to try out the fabric because the sprint to fire speed wasn't that good on the weapon, and it actually makes the weapon a lot better. I like it way more with the fabric. You don't really need more initial recoil control. It actually doesn't really make a difference. For the ammo type, I believe in the gameplay I was running the lengthened rounds, but we actually don't need to run the lengthen. I should have ran the FMJ just so we get more penetration, because who doesn't like more penetration? But seriously though, for the lengthen, you don't need to run this because you just want to try to get your bolt velocity as close as you can to 1,000 meters per second. Right now it's at 955, so we don't really need to bring up to 1,400. You're not going to notice anything past 1,000. If you want that 2-shot kill, run the incinerator. You just need to hit the enemy in the vital area twice, let it tick, and then that tick damage will kill them. And so you can kill them in 2 shots. It's just not going to be that consistent, and so I think the better rounds to run is going to be the FMJ. Next up, for the underbarrel, make sure you guys are running the laser. This is just going to increase the overall mobility of the weapon. I actually forgot what we were running in the gameplay. I'm such an idiot. I believe it was this laser. It might have been the recoil control one, but you don't really need recoil. Okay, if you notice yourself needing more recoil control, add this laser, but I recommend you guys to start with this one because it adds a lot of mobility, and the sprint to fire speed on the setup isn't the best. Lastly, for the optic, I think I was running the Circle IS. This is just a very clean, easy iron sight to use. This is what's going to make it look like the BP27 from Advanced Warfare. And then I like the sight reflector, but you can see the iron sights in the sight, and then usually when I can see my iron sights in the reticle of like my optic, I just don't like running it. I would rather just run like one of these iron sights. With all that said, here's the setup.
Kill confirmed.
I don't want any part of that. What was that? Is this TDM? Oh my god. You know, I've never really played TDM on Paradise. This is gonna be very... Oh no, it's kill confirmed. I wonder how the spawns are on this. This class is so good, boys. It is so underrated. Like, at first, I didn't really like to use the damage mags on this weapon. Then I found this class, and I was like, oh my god. This is like a gold mine. Like, I just found an actual really good class for this weapon. Reminds me of, like, the Battle 27 from Advanced Warfare. Let me know if you guys are kind of getting the similarities from that, too. I know it's like the B2000 from Modern Warfare 2, I think. But it reminds me of the Battle 27 a lot. What are you guys? Oh my god, my cat took a shit. My nose is gone. Oh my god, it's so stinky in here. It is so stinky. Cat shit is the worst. It's gonna go away in like 5 minutes, but I gotta like talk and smell it. Like I'm inhaling shit right now. Ugh. At least we got a nasty class. No recoil, 3-shot. Very satisfying, easy to use. Look at that, boys. The only downside is the sprint fire speed. Now my cat's rubbing up on me like... No, you can't just shit and then rub up on me.
Hell no.
Okay, local reinforcements. Now we kind of know where the enemies are going to be coming from for the most part. We got a dude below us. Not anymore. Got one guy pressing through here. Oh, we got a lot of motherfuckers over here. What are you doing? Where is this man? Oh my god, he's a ninja. Are they above us? Dude, these guys are oblivious. They're so center focused. Oh, is my ping high? 170 ping, what the hell? Okay, I think there's this... Oh, Wally. Dude, these guys are funny. These guys are actually so funny. $25, there's the atomic, boys. Let's go. Easiest atomic. Yeah, leave a like for that. Let's freaking go, boys. Okay. Flawless gameplay coming up. This might be my favorite weapon in the game, boys. I don't know. Sprint fire speed isn't that good, but other than that, this thing is... Oh, I got the cat shit. Oh my god, it's actually bad. Holy shit, Luna. You stinky bitch. No! Okay, we're gonna go for a double nuke, but I just need to hold my breath because I'm gonna puke. Now she wants to leave the room. Dude, she cried for 20 minutes. Okay, she cried to come into the room, so I let her in, you know, just like a normal human being. A good owner. And then she takes a massive shit and wants to leave. And now she's meowing at the door. I love cats, but she's annoying. Let me know if you guys like this setup. I really want some feedback on it because I think this is one of the best setups I've ever made for a weapon. Like, I've made good setups, but this is just like a setup that I don't think anyone else has tried out. And I feel like I got the best setup for this thing that other people are going to copy. Like, this thing is crazy. I just don't like sprint to fire speed or the 30 rounds. But this has to be the best setup for the weapon. There's no way it's not. This thing is crazy. Okay, these guys got this area locked down. Oh my god. It is so hard to penetrate the enemies right now. Oh, get it. No! See, it's so hard to penetrate them when they're all just sitting back there. I can't get it in. I literally cannot get it in.
Molotov inbound. Take your shot. That's a multi-kill.
Oh my gosh, this setup is too good, boys. It is too good. Oh, there's a whole orgy of them. Oh, I'm telling you guys, this thing is insane. Black doggos, roll out, run out. I need my teammates to die. Teammates, get out of here. Go. What is happening? What is this synchronized? Look at this teamwork, boys. This is so whole. Oh. That's so wholesome. Dude, the freaking ping makes it so hard to hit them. Time for the B2 rocket, boys. Let's go. Let's get a nice inspect. Let's go admire the map. Let's freaking go, boys. Look at this nice nuke on this paradise map. How wholesome is this? Just a nice little nuke. We're about to drop an Ian on the map. Let's go. Prayers out to Florida. Wishing everyone as well. That was a sick ass shot. Oh my god. Leave a like for that. Beautiful. That was insane. Subscribe to me if you want the best Modern Warfare 2 content. Pre-order me right now. Get nuked, motherfuckers. 93 and 15. Let's go.